Ever wondered who actually rules the world? No, it's not who you think. Surprised? You might be. When we think of world power, our minds often drift to figures standing in the spotlight. Presidents, monarchs, CEOs. These are the faces we see, the voices we hear. They're the ones making declarations, signing treaties, and shaking hands for the cameras. They are the ones we vote for, or against. Their decisions seem to shape our lives in countless ways. But are they the ones truly pulling the strings? Let's pause and consider this. The world is a vast and complex place, with 7.8 billion people and counting. Can the power to govern such a diverse and sprawling entity really be held by just a handful of visible leaders? Or is there something more, something hidden beneath the surface? The truth is, power isn't always as it seems. It isn't always sitting in a grand office or standing behind a podium. It's not always wearing a crown or a tailored suit. Power, real power, operates behind the scenes. It's the puppet master, not the puppet. It's the whisper in the ear, not the voice on the microphone. It's the hand that guides, not the face that smiles for the cameras. Think about it. The world is too big, too intricate, for its reins to be held by the few who are seen. There must be others, unseen, working in the shadows. These are the real rulers, the ones who manage the marionettes we perceive as leaders. And so we find ourselves questioning the reality we've been presented with. If the faces we associate with power are merely the front, then who are the true architects of our world? Who are the invisible puppet masters pulling the strings, shaping our lives, our societies, our futures? So, if not them, then who? Let's dive into the secrets of world power. Welcome to the world of puppet masters, those who control the strings from behind the scenes. These unseen influencers, they're the ones truly ruling the world. But who are they, and how do they manage to maintain their grip on power? Let's delve deeper into this web of control. To begin with, we have influential families that have been in power for centuries. These dynastic families, with their roots deep in the annals of history, have managed to secure their positions in the world's power structure. They've passed down wealth, influence, and control from generation to generation like a family heirloom. Next in line are the organizations. These are not your run-of-the-mill companies or corporations, but rather conglomerates with a global reach. They hold sway over multiple industries, from media to finance, from technology to pharmaceuticals. Their decisions ripple across the globe, influencing economies and shaping societies. And then we have the secret societies, shrouded in mystery and speculation. From the Freemasons to the Illuminati, these societies have been rumored to be the puppet masters, pulling the strings from behind a veil of secrecy. While the existence of some of these societies is disputed, their influence on global affairs can't be completely ruled out. But what is the common thread that binds these puppet masters together? It's the power of money and information. Money, as they say, makes the world go round. And in this era of information, those who control the information control the world. These puppet masters have both in abundance. They can shape narratives, influence decisions, and steer the world in the direction they desire. These puppet masters, they are the true wielders of power. But how do they maintain such control? Well, that's a question for another scene. So, stay tuned as we continue to pull back the curtain on the ones who rule the world from the shadows. Power is nothing without control. Let's uncover the mechanisms that keep these puppet masters in power. The world isn't just a stage, it's an intricate marionette show, and the puppeteers use various methods to maintain their control. One of these mechanisms is media manipulation. By controlling the flow of information, these puppet masters can shape our perceptions of reality. They can determine what we see, what we hear, and ultimately, what we believe. The media is their megaphone, amplifying their voice while muffling ours, creating an echo chamber that reverberates with their narrative. But they don't only control the narrative, they also pull the strings of the economy. Economic influence is another tool in their arsenal. They control the markets, the money flow, the jobs, and our livelihoods. They use economic pressure to bend the will of countries, corporations, and individuals. By holding the purse strings, they hold the power. Then there are the psychological tactics. These puppet masters are masters of manipulation. They use fear as a whip and promises as carrots. They prey on our insecurities, our desires, and our fears. They sow discord and reap control, turning us against each other while they pull the strings from behind the curtain. They understand that a divided audience is easier to control than a united one. And let's not forget about technology. In this digital age, data is power. They collect our information, track our movements, and predict our behaviors. They use this knowledge to manipulate our decisions, nudging us down the paths they've laid out for us. We're living in a world where our every move is watched, our every thought is analyzed, and our every action is influenced. So, you see, control is not just about power. It's about manipulation, influence, and deception. It's about pulling the strings without us even realizing it. The strings of control are complex and tangled, but they all lead back to our puppet masters. The truth is out there, and it's time to unveil it. We've navigated the murky waters of power's hidden face, met the puppet masters, and dissected the control mechanisms they employ. But the journey doesn't end here. The true rulers of the world are not those we see on our screens, not the leaders in suits shaking hands, nor the celebrities adorning magazine covers. Instead, they are the shadowy figures behind the scenes, the puppet masters pulling the strings, the architects of the grand illusion we call reality. In this world of smoke and mirrors, it's crucial to question everything, to not simply accept the narrative presented to us, but to dig deeper, to seek the truth hiding beneath the surface. Because the world is not as it seems. Look beyond the surface, and you'll find the hidden puppet masters pulling the strings. Remember, knowledge is power. Uncover the truth, and you hold the key to the world.